Good morning, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Probably not. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I look like I just woke up because I did. Waiting on my coffee to get ready. I'm gonna try to have this class before this baby get up. The one I was supposed to have yesterday, but when I got back, they was already up. So, good morning, Auntie. Good morning, good morning, team. Good morning, everybody. Y'all hear my stomach? Cause it's one of them days. I made some baked chicken yesterday, some sweet potatoes, and some green beans. It was so good. And I was like, I can't eat no more junk food. Look at this. I don't know what's going on there. It is what it is. Y'all hear my stomach? My stomach always want to get on here and talk when I'm on here with y'all. Good morning, everybody. Baby, this old body is hurting. Good morning. And at least we ain't seen you in a while. How are you over there in South Africa? Are you okay? I should turn this all the way up. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, Lord. Good morning, y'all. Let me go get my coffee. I'll be right back. Ooh. Baby, a nigga is stiff. You hear me? Ooh, stiff. I had to stretch last night. It's crazy. Ooh, this body is stiff. I'm getting old. I'm okay with it, though. Good morning, everybody. We're going to study what life is doing a thing. The enemy is mad, but I know my dad got me. Girl. Ditto, kiddo. Good morning, day. Get ditto, kiddo. Ditto. He on my head right now. You understand? It's unreal how the devil is moving and who he's using and what's happening. Yeah, I agree 100%. I was wondering where you been. I hadn't seen you, but we ain't really been on here that much like that because I'm still not home. So I hope you're doing okay. I know it's getting crazy in the world everywhere. Everywhere. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That's a good cup of coffee. I done went through 2 days of coffee since I've been here. That's wild. Wow. Plus the one I brought with me. Ooh, we're gonna wait probably about 10 minutes. I don't want to wait too long because that baby's been getting up earlier and earlier. So we're gonna do what you call it. I ain't gonna tell you all where we at because y'all like to go there quickly. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but when I got back, they was already up. So I didn't want to keep her out of her living room. So oh Jesus. Ooh. Do I look rough? I feel like it. I feel like I look right now. Oh, I got up and did my devotional and talk to God this morning. You said, yes, I'm good. I just know I have been praying for you after the rewatch. We will be okay, Mom. We do have an amazing dad. We do. He's absolutely amazing. And sometimes we don't understand, but it's not forced to. What they say, by and by. You'll understand by and by. I think this is a by and by moment. Because if somebody would have told me a month ago that I was going to be here for a month, I probably wouldn't have came. Good morning. I'd have been in my house. And that's why sometimes he don't tell us, right? It's got to be something. I don't understand either, honey. Believe me, I don't understand. Baby, I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even want to think about it. Good morning, Joy. Good morning. Good morning. So, Annalise, I will be praying for you. Praying for everybody, really. I really am. It's just been a little difficult because I'm not in my own space. So my prayer time is, I'm not in my own nothing. But I'm still just, I don't know. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna wait till about 10 minutes and then we'll go ahead and read what we're gonna read. It's freezing. It's like 39 degrees outside, which is wild. And it'd be like 80. I don't know what this weather is doing. And I used to live here and it didn't used to be this crazy. Ooh. Except when I get to the I don't understand what are you doing there, he gives me my ways are not your ways. I'm always in control. And I just sit down and be grateful, right? You said, I just know this class is going to be good. You always have it on point. He be having it on point. And it's supposed to rain, girl. I don't know. No, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. It's a lot I be wanting to say, but I'm like, God, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. The devil wants me to be upset, and I'm not going to. I refuse. So we're just doing what we're doing. I keep forgetting these cameras over here, so sorry. So we're gonna be in our regular Bible today, and yeah, that's it. Um, we got a few more minutes, a minute and a half, and then we'll get started. Can y'all hear me? I don't want to talk too loud because that baby is in there. Should we hear Momo? Good morning, Rich Busy. We're gonna be in our regular Bible today, y'all. And this is what I was supposed to teach yesterday, but again, when I got back, they was moving around. So, okay, I didn't know because I know I'm talking low. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. All right. I'm gonna have to go blow my nose. Y'all want to hear my page from today, Miss Tony? Since you're in my business already, I always take a picture just in case I have to go back. What page is this? Miss Tony, come to the front. Wait, let me go back and read your comments so I can tell you how you in my business. You said when I don't get, when I get to when I don't understand, when I get to the I don't understand what you're doing, that gives me my ways are not your ways, and I'm always in control. Keyword control. And I just sit down and be grateful. Okay? Since you want to be in my business this morning, this is for you. My princess, give me control. I'm your king and the ruler of all things. When the winds blow, which they are, and the waves crash against the side of your lifeboat, Jesus, let me steer you to safety. I'm not only the captain of your ship, I can also control the storm. I know you feel like you're in control by holding on to the wheel with all your strength, but I have you and your future under control because I just said God. Anyway, who knows you better than I do? I don't want you to keep exhausting yourself trying to rebuild your life after another shipwreck. I'm the only one who takes what is broken and rebuilds it. Now, it's funny because I was like, maybe I can get a rebuilt transmission. This is what I was praying this morning outside. I come in, and this is what I get. And rebuilds it even better than before. So give your life back to me, and I will calm you in the storm. Or I will clear the rough waters. Either way, you will be safe with me. Love, your king who calms the storm. And it says, the disciples woke up shouting, Master, Master, we're going to drown. So Jesus rebuked the wind and the raging waves, and the storm stopped, and all was calm. Miss Tony, stay out my business, please and thank you. You see it. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes you do. You're acting like Sarah the Hammer this morning. Y'all, my hips are so sore from sleeping on this couch. Oh, Jesus, I can barely move. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to take a Tylenol real quick. Oh, so that was my page. Since you want to be in my business at 7:40 in the morning. I ain't even been up 45 minutes and y'all already in my business. It's wild. Very. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Orlean. Good morning, y'all. So let's get this popping because I don't know when that baby is going to wake up. Mama, good morning. I love her. Sometimes her mama get on my nerves, but I love her. Amen. Okay. We're going to be in the NIV today. Y'all ready? Look at this here. This is crazy. If you're ready, put your thumbs up. This is what he busted me in my head with yesterday as to why I had attitude. I was like, oh, okay. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. Y'all ready? Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to 2 Timothy 4. Good morning, family. God is always on time. This morning, God asked me, are you tired yet of handling, thinking that you're in control? You are in my control, not yours. I was like, yes, actually, girl. I've just been trying to stay calm. That's it. That's all. That's been my thing. I ain't been trying to control nothing. Because if I was, it would be a different situation right now. I promise y'all that. So, me just sitting here looks like I'm not doing nothing, but it's a lot for me. I'm just going to say that. It's a whole lot. Okay. Y'all ready? We're in 2 Timothy 4 NIV. I'm starting Bags under my eyes like crazy. It's wild. I done lost so much weight since I've been here. I guess I get my summer body, I guess, without trying it. Goodness gracious. It's ridiculous. Y'all over there? Yeah. Is everybody just waking up like me? So it's a little early, so we gotta wait. Okay. All right. So yesterday I was like, God, why you won't let me go home? What is it? And this is what I was supposed to go read. Hello. Here we go. All right. It says, in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who will judge the living and the dead, and in view of his appearing and his kingdom, I give you this charge. Now, definition, if y'all ready, presence. In the presence. What's the definition of presence? What is the definition of presence? Not the gift kind, the other kind. Good morning, nephew. Have a good day at work. Drive safely. Or drive safely. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Presence in the Bible defines often tangible nearness and interaction of God with humanity, encompassing his omnipresence and specialized dwelling. Interesting. Sometimes it's hard to stay in God's presence. Anybody else agree? When the world is tap dancing on your head and your mind want to go a million other places, to your situation, to your family, marriage, children, job. Sometimes it's hard to stay in the presence of God, to keep your mind on God when the waves is crashing like a boat and stuff is very unstable and you don't know what's happening and you can't see in front of you. You don't know what's going on the sides of you and in the back. Anybody else? Anybody else ever feel like that? It's very hard. Good job. Anybody else? Annalise, wait. Okay. Anybody else ever feel like that when you don't understand? Me, Queen. Oh, you too, Joy Joy. As you said, oh, wait. Me. Right. Sometimes it's hard to stay in even a space of worship when your emotions are in a place, your mind is in a place. You might be in pain in your body. And staying in the presence of the Lord can be difficult sometimes. You gotta hold on, okay? With everything that you can, you have to hold on, right? It's scary. It's a scary place when, even if you're looking for God and it doesn't seem like He's around, it doesn't seem like He's listening. And I'm sure we've all, I can't say for y'all, but I've been in plenty of spaces where I didn't feel like He could even hear me. Anybody else ever been there? Yeah, me right now. Normally we going through it. I pray to recognize His presence when I start letting my flesh overrun my emotions. Good job, Tony. You said me too, and yes. Okay. I was like, no, it ain't just me. You said I feel stuck. Oop, quit. Amen. 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 I get it. I do. I promise. If don't nobody else get it, I get it. Because I've been stuck on this here couch now for 26 days. Here we go. All right. So it says, in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who will judge the living and the dead, and in the view of his appearing in his kingdom, I give you this charge. Can you tell me what a charge is? What's a charge? There's a number of different definitions for it, but give me all of them. Where we at? I really want to sit on this roller thing. Oh, what's a charge? You felt the very same. It'd be ugly. Sometimes the devil he be deviling. But he doing his job, so we have to be on ours. What's a charge? A solemn command, injunction, or directive given by God or a leader, often implying a binding obligation or duty. A command, an obligation, a duty. Can you write that down? Because God has charged us to do specific things daily, not just once in a while. Entrust with the task. Come on. And sometimes that task is not easily completed. Hello. It's not like, of course, you have to do it freely, but he said, you have to do this. This is something that you are obligated to do. Are we obligated to give God praise? Yes. Are we obligated to trust him? You're all right. We in 2 Timothy 4. I'm in NIV. Okay. So let me ask you a question. If you have paper, if you can, now if you can't, that's something different. But if you can, write down something that God has charged you to do. It could be kind to a person that has done you dirty. Is there something that God has obligated you to do? And it might not be easy, but is there something that he gave you to do? You said you was just reading in 2 Timothy. Mr. Hardy is in the wrong class. I don't know why they don't be showing y'all on live. It's so weird. You should not hurt after stretching. That's how you know you're getting real old. Y'all writing it down or y'all trying to think about it? Which one is it? Hmm? Writing. You said that hits. Listen. Because we all got something that we know God told us to do. Everybody. And it don't be comfortable. It don't feel good. You be like, really? And then you don't want me to say nothing or do nothing either? Interesting. He taught me how to be in prayer for others. Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Excuse me. So, if I were to use myself, do y'all remember when I told y'all I kept trying to go get a job and God wouldn't let me get a job for a long time, like 2 decades? Anybody remember this? Me telling y'all this story of how I met y'all, right? I wanted to forgiving others. Ooh, that charge hits. Now that right there. Ooh. Okay. So my charge was to sit at home and learn. Yours is to be patient. Okay. My charge in 2012, well, it probably came before that, but I wasn't listening, was to sit at home and learn, right? Learn of me. Come and learn of me. For a decade or so, that was my charge, right? And I was angry about it because I'm like, I got kids. I got stuff I need to do. I need to pay my bills. He said, I'm going to do it. But my charge for you is to sit down and learn. Now, it wasn't until I sat down and did what God said that all of the craziness in my life started to subside. To stand up for yourself. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So my charge was to sit down. One of my other charges was to be available. Y'all know I don't like people like that. So do you think that that was a hard charge for me to have to be available to people that I didn't want to be available for? Be available to people that had done me dirty. Be available to people that had misused me. I had to be available, right? So that was one of my charges, and I didn't like it. I still don't, as a matter of fact. Having to talk to my ex about his mother dying after he had just tried to kill me not even 6 months before that, and pray for him in earnest, like genuinely pray that God help him, right? So my charge was, you have to be kind to the people that have done you wrong. Do you really want to? No. Excuse me. He said to not answer even if I'm right and leave the conversation. Annalise, what you come sit right here. So we just right here. Come sit right here. I had to take care of my aunt that hated me as a child and abused me. Right. So sometimes the charges of God are not easy. Sometimes the obligations that He puts on you, they're very difficult to do. Right? Like, what? You want me to do what? You don't want me to say nothing? You don't want me to do nothing? Do you see what's happening? Hello. We all signed up for the battered hardship version, and now we're slowing this down and getting ourselves together. Listen. So, when you think about the charges that God has put on you, the obligations that you are to complete, okay, the task that you have to do, sometimes it's very difficult. Okay, sometimes you don't want to smile. Sometimes you don't want to be kind. But there's an outcome that is going to be bigger than you having your way. Okay, than you being able to say what you want or do what you want. Okay, y'all hear me? Do you think that when God told the disciples to go out into all the world, first of all, He told them all the horrible things that was going to happen when they wasn't at home? Okay, because y'all realize definitely have to good to the definitely have to be good to the people who left you for dead. Had to be one of the things I despise. Listen, that was one of my hardest tasks. Like when my mom used to call me crying, girl, you did not care about my tears. As a matter of fact, you're the one that caused them. Why I gotta be nice to you? Hello, I don't want to. God said you better. You be like this. You said, okay, Dean, be easy on me. It's still early. I'm listening though. Girl, be easy on me. Shoot. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So now that you understand your charge with learning the difference between nice and kind. Right. Right. Because there is a difference. You said, I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to be no pushover. You said, oh, girl, that part, God will make you walk with tail in your legs. He sure will. And turn around. You be like this. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's a difference. It is, nephew. Okay, here we go. Preach the word. Hmm? He said, in the presence of God and Christ Jesus, who will judge the living and the dead, and in view of his appearing in his kingdom, I give you this charge. You said, I'm kind, but I'm not nice, because if we're talking solutions, what we talking about that part? If we're not talking about solutions, right, right, right. How do you know what God has charged you with? Whatever it is, it ain't gonna feel comfortable. It's probably the very thing you don't want to do. It's the easiest way. Whatever you want to do the opposite of, that's probably your charge. Good morning. The thing that you toil with and that you cry about, and you got attitude, and it don't feel good, and you don't feel like it's fair, that's probably the charge. Mm-hmm. That's probably it. Because I didn't want to sit at home, and I didn't want to, that ain't what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out. I wanted to start my business. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And he said, yeah, no, sit down and learn. Be able to answer the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning when somebody's talking about whatever. No, that was my charge, to sit and learn through homelessness, through a horrible marriage, through kids, through everything, through sickness, everything. Sit down and learn. Hello. Be nice to the people that have done you dirty. You have to be nice to them. I don't want to. I want to tell them what they did to me and how they was wrong. And he said, no. Be nice. Hello. Be kind. Be gentle. Don't offend them. They offended me. I don't care. Don't offend them. So this is okay. All right. I won't. That's what you said. All right. So he said, preach the word. Oh my God, you just smacked me in my head. I literally just got a revelation about my current charge, and now my stomach is in knots, girl. You feel like you got a boo boo. Right. You said, I just heard aloud, don't offend them. Uh oh. Mm-hmm. Believe me. You said, and that's the hardest thing to do is be nice to a person that did you wrong or hurt you. I know this for a fact. Yeah, it is. Very. Taking advantage of you, any of that. It's a real thing. That's how you know what the charge is, because it don't feel good. It does not feel good at all. All right. So preach the word. Be prepared in season and out of season. So it's back to the agriculture. I need you to write down season, and then while I go blow my nose, I need y'all to tell me what being prepared means. You hear what I said? I said, I need you to write down season and then prepared. Hello. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. I didn't hit a nerve while I was gone. I gotta put some this on my face. You said, and the hardest thing, super hard, y'all. You said, me and my best friend were just saying it's always the one who does wrong by you who ends up needing you and you have to do it because it's God's will. Baby, listen, I still struggle with this. I ain't gonna lie. We all do. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to teach this yesterday. I was supposed to teach it today. He gave it to me yesterday. Yeah, my skin is so crazy right now. I didn't bring none of my freaking stuff. So crazy. We talking about this. Yesterday was my brother's birthday. I'm over here in shock, looking for the hidden cameras. Girl, listen. I'm trying to tell you what it is. It's real out here. So I was supposed to teach this. I'm not just put oil on my glasses. I was supposed to teach it today. Well, let's get into it. All right. What is a season? What's the definition for season? And not seasoning. Season. Like agriculture. Tell me. What's the definition for seasoned and prepared? Being prepared for a life season meet. No, 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 no. I just need the difference between, no, no. I want the definition for prepared and the definition for season separately. Just the definition of prepared and just the definition of season. Okay. Refer to both agricultural cycles, seed time, harvest, cold, heat, summer and winter, and the appointed, sovereignly appointed times in life. Okay. I just want the definition of season. Prepared refers to being in a state of readiness, equipped, or arranged in advance for a specific purpose, event, or situation. Now, let me ask you a question. What does it mean if something is out of season? What does out of season mean? What does out of season mean? A season is typically four major divisions. Here we go. Four major divisions of the year: spring, summer, fall, winter, marked by specific weather, daylight hours, and climate conditions. Ooh, wee. Mm, mm, mm. If vegetables are out of season, what does that mean? A appointed, cyclical, or functional times rather than just weather seasons. Okay. So the conditions are changing. hmm I'm not looking for the biblical terms, y'all. I'm looking for basic, regular, not biblical meanings. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for nature. There we go. They not gonna grow if it's not their season. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want no biblical nothing right now. We just going on basic natural nature, agriculture. If something is out of season, what does that mean? It means it's not growing, or it is what is it? Uh, what is it? I can't think of the word. Lord, please bring it to me. Um, it's what is it? Not remission. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I can't think of it. It's just in a period of rest, should I say? I can't think of the word I'm looking for right now. But when it's not growing, it's something, and I can't think of it. It's real early, and I ain't got it. It'll come to me here in a minute. The specific word I'm looking for. Oh, and it's right on the tip of my dang tongue. Dormant. Thank you. Thank you. It's dormant. That is the exact. I'm like, I know this word. Lord, listen. Give me a break, y'all. It's dormant, right? So, thank you. So, in your life, stagnant, but I was looking for dormant because things are still happening. You just can't see it. Okay? Dormant. Dormant because even though we don't see things, okay, the tree doesn't die because it's not producing fruit. It's just a specific time when the tree is supposed to produce the fruit. So, all of the faculties of the tree that would make the fruit grow, right? It's not that there's nothing happening; it's preparing to produce, right? So while it's dormant, it's actually bringing nutrients, sucking up enough water into the trunk and into the roots. Good morning, Nick. Well, we in 2 Timothy 4, right? So there are going to be some dormant time. Thank you so much because I could not, it was like right on the tip of my tongue. Y'all couldn't think of it. When your life seems like things are dormant, like right now, it feels like things are dormant. It feels like nothing is happening. It feels like nothing is moving. Does that mean that nothing's happening? Absolutely not. It's just this is the season that I'm in. Does that make sense? Because the tree, the plant, even the roots, and we're talking about things that are going to grow every year, okay? Not stuff that you have to continually plant, right? So if you think about it, when you can't see what is happening, even once you plant something, right? There are so many things that have to happen, right? There are so many things that have to happen where you can't see. And it doesn't look like anything is happening, but that tree or that plant is storing nutrients, right? It's warding off the pest already that are going to come and try and take the produce, eat the produce, um, devastate the produce. So even though it seems like things are dormant, this is out of season now, which means if something is coming, we talk about this, you can't wait until it's producing to prepare for it, right? So while the plant or tree or vine is sitting there and you don't see anything, that doesn't mean that that plant or tree or vine is not preparing for what's coming. You get me? So when the Bible says be prepared in season and out of season, okay? So when your harvest does come, you need to have baskets. If it needs to be stored in a cool place, you need to already have that place prepared in season and out of season. Okay? So while things are happening and you are seeing the produce or the production or things grow, you still need to be preparing for the out of season time. So I've watched some videos on agriculture, and they put hay over certain things, or even for my fig tree that I bought, I didn't know I was supposed to take it and cover it because I didn't do my research. I just bought the plant, right? Well, the whole time in winter, it was supposed to be sitting in a dark space, covered. I didn't do that. So that tree might not grow anything this year. Even though it's been in dirt, even though it's got sun, there was a specific thing that needed to happen during the time when it wasn't its season. Did I know that last year? No. Do I know it this year? Yes. So if it's any good, then this year, I'm going to go get me some type of dark sack. I'm going to cover it. Now, I can't bring it in the house because there's probably spiders in there. But I am going to cover the actual stalk of the tree that I purchased. Do you see? Right? I had to make provisions so that the tree could be able to produce. But when it's out of season, there is still care that I need to take over this plant so that when it is producing time or the season where I'm supposed to get fruit from it, guess what I gotta do? I have to prepare the tree to produce. And a lot of times when things are dormant in our lives, we don't prepare for the production season, for the harvest season. We just sit. But there are things that you need to do. Some plants, you have to even nourish the soil while it is the off season. So that way when the fruit does grow, there's enough nutrients in the soil so that you can get a good harvest. How many of us have been through a season where I'm not going to do nothing? If I don't see what I want, I ain't doing nothing. I know that was my go-to. Still is sometimes. Hell, I almost did it here. I was like, well, until whatever happens with my car, I'm just not going to go live. It's still here. I'm not comfortable, so I don't feel like teaching. Yeah, I want the truth. That was it. God said you better get up and nourish this soil or the blessing ain't coming. Hello. Hello. When I tell you you are speaking to me, I hear you down loud and clear. Girl, it's just speaking to myself. I was having a whole hissy fit. Y'all don't even know. Ooh, you understand? I ain't gonna do nothing until I get what I want. He said, oh, okay. You heard me? He said, I'm in a dormant right now. Now, if that's the case, you said, I'm in dormant right now. If that's the cause, listen. Okay. When you grow potatoes, they tell you there's a number of things that need to be in the soil prior to you even planting them. That's preparation. Okay? There's some plants that need loose soil. You said you all in my house. Girl, I'm in my daughter's house, but y'all be in my house too. Hello. Hey, we're right here together. I told y'all this is what. So now y'all understand how I was feeling yesterday. It seems like we all having it. Now y'all see when I was at the laundromat, when I said I got a whole attitude, now y'all see why. And I had to sit on it and let it simmer overnight before I taught it. Come on. I be trying to tell y'all we all in this together. Hello. It's a real thing. Okay. So it says, preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season, correct, rebuke, and encourage. Now, remember I told y'all I was supposed to go talk to that pastor? Y'all see I'm still here. a charge. So remember a while ago when we started a prayer thing for prayer for all of us. They really mad that has something big coming. I'm showing you the charge and instruction. I was like, well, and the fact that you know the reason why is crazy work until let's keep going because I am hoe want me to pinch her under her fat meat. You said you want to get pinched. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so let me ask you a question. It is. Let me ask you a question. Come over here and sit it about me. Let me ask you a question. How hard is it for you to talk about God when you are in a very rough season? Is anybody gonna be honest? Hmm. Do you feel like witnessing when everything in your life is crazy? Do you feel like telling somebody how good God is and how He can change their situation and yours is crumbling right in your face? Hmm. You saw how I just wanted to do class when my brother passed. I didn't want to talk about it. Come on, come on. He said at that point, I'm so mad I might just flip the tables. It would be difficult for me. Interesting. Hard because I be feeling some type of way about my stuff not getting answered. Good morning, Miss Howard. Good morning. Ain't this crazy? God said, preach even when it don't feel comfortable. Teach even when it don't feel comfortable. Correct even when you're being corrected. Gotta check myself with the questions in my head I be wanting to ask, not knowing He already heard me. He heard me already. Come on, nephew. He said I was just talking to my daughter and her boyfriend about that in the book of Enoch. They wanted to know why I haven't looked. Told them to read enough. Good morning, sister. So it's not hard for you? You said it's hard. He said, I've been working on being obedient. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't this hit differently? See, we didn't already Second Timothy, right? But did it feel like this? You looking at Second Timothy a little different? Because when he said, be prepared, I'm charging you to preach the word, whether you feel good or not, whether your life is where you want it to be or not, whether your marriage is where you want it to be or not, whether your kids is listening or not, you need to be ready to tell somebody about me. Now, let's go to the people that was in the lion's den, that got locked up, that was being beaten. They still had to tell somebody that God was good. Do you think that that was easy for them? Being evicted, just got fired from your job, and then God put somebody right in front of your face and they say, can I talk to you about the Lord? You think you want to do it? You said this hard now. We in Second Timothy 4, NIV. Is y'all still here? Y'all done ran out. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season. Correct, rebuke, and encourage. I'm here. I'm packing kids up for school. Okay. Is it hard to encourage people when you don't even know what's going to happen for you? Hmm. He said, now I see when Dad felt when he was telling us how to live, and God rebuked. It's not hard for me. It's just when they don't want to listen. Oh, okay, so you might be the only one, girl. All right, because it's hard for me sometimes. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to nobody. I got stuff going on. And God be like, nope, get up and have class. And I'll be like, I don't want to. I want to lay in my bed and just have an attitude. And he'd be like, nope, get up. Feel like being friendly when your life is crashing down around you? I know I don't. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I believe I'm in the pruning season because Dad's trimming away my tooth. It hurts, but it feels good seeing the growth in my life in spite of everything. Stay up and read. Right, right. So listen, what I'm saying is you might have to water somebody else's garden when you see everything in your garden dying. You might have to go help put some fertilizer on somebody else's garden when you don't even have no fertilizer for yourself. I really be in my feelings like pray for everybody else and I'm stuck here. Oh, that's an out of season moment for you. That's in season and out of season. So their life is budding. It, ain't nothing growing in yours that you can see. We know it. God let some things be dormant, but perception wise, looking out, it looks like nothing is growing in your life. Hello. And God said, get up and go help them water their garden. Huh? I can't even get my garden to grow. What you mean? What? You want me to what? Why can't I just water, leave your garden that is wilting and ain't produced nothing and go over here and encourage them? Is that easy to do? Hmm. Is that an easy thing to accomplish? Because you've been charged with it. No. I understood the assignment and I was a humble servant every time. Oh, okay. You said it's a real trash looking man. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We gonna be honest over here. We gonna be honest. All of us. Hello. You said I do find it quite easy until me and my daughter was homeless for 3 years. Okay. Well, maybe you can. Because I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I did it, but I'm not gonna say it was easy for me. I can't, and maybe I'm different. It wasn't. My family who threw me out in the middle of the night is now going through stuff, and they blaming me for their actions when I was gone for 10 years. Right, but I get that we did it. That's not what I said. I said, is it easy to do, or do you want to? When I'm going through it, I don't want to hear it or give it. I just be numb sometimes. Come on, dormant. That's out of season. And I'm not saying everybody different, but I know in certain life situations, did I do it? Yes. Did I want to? No. Okay. You said, sound like the day I'm ready for you. Mm-hmm. You said you stay in season personally, even when the world around you is out of season. You keep now doctoring. Ready for? Oh, right. I get it. Listen. Okay. I don't like formal answers. I ain't even gonna hold you. I want to know your real feelings, and maybe them is yours, Kim. But I, okay. God forbid one of your kids get chronically ill, okay, and the doctors have just given you the worst information that you have ever had in your life, and somebody come up and ask you to pray for them, how are you going to feel? I know, because this happened to me. As soon as my daughter got diagnosed with a brain tumor. God made me go home and have Bible study with 6 people. I didn't want to. I wanted to be in the room, crying my eyes out, trying to figure out what the next step was for my daughter. I'm not going to get up here and fake in front for y'all. I don't want to hear all the good answers. I want to hear what's real. If you just got some crazy blank information and somebody comes up to you and start telling you about their problems, how excited are you going to be to start telling them about God, y'all? Come on. We not gonna do the surface stuff. We gonna do what's real over here. That's the one thing we always gonna keep it 100. Or as the young kids say, keep it P. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't want to sit and have that Bible study. I was not happy to have that Bible study. Because my daughter just got diagnosed. Ain't nobody caring about what's going on with my baby. And God said, get up and teach. I didn't want to. And then, not only that, I had to teach from as soon as I found out that information to 2 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't get to eat. I couldn't sit there and hold my baby and cry. God said, get up and teach. I'm not gonna do no fake stuff. I'm not. I didn't want to be bothered with them people. But I had to. You said I was scared. SF's crying is not. I be pissed off because why should your problems be more prevalent than mine? Exactly. We gonna get to the root of it over here. You said not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna tell them to get the F on. Right. Not at all. I misunderstood the context of the question of what you asked. Right. That's what I'm saying. We gonna you good. I'm saying you just got the worst information you ever got. That's out of season. Do you understand? It's out of season. You getting me? When everything in your life is falling down, you mean you want to sit there and do some kumbaya with somebody? Be real. We not gonna do that. We gonna tell the truth. That's what we gonna do. Cause I done been in these situations, and I'm telling you 100%. I didn't feel like talking to nobody. Mad and don't want to hear nothing from nobody, or I may crash out. Exactly. And it's nothing but the grace of God that keeps you. It's not saying that you're not gonna do it, but how are you genuinely feeling when God is asking you to go bless somebody and your stuff crazy? We not gonna do that. Oh, no. What's going on here? What's going on here? Cause you're human whenever you get done, and God knows that. We not Jesus. Hello, we're not. Okay, we're not gonna fake like it's just easy to do, because if it is, everybody would be going to heaven. Hello, if it was just that easy to float through it, it wouldn't be that hard to get into heaven. So we're going to talk about what really be going on when you are in a test, in a trial, and then God says, but I still need you to do your charge. It wasn't easy for him either, right? I would be honest, I wouldn't want to hear either. Just 2 weeks ago, I was screaming and crying, asking God why. Had a full tantrum at home and went back to check myself. Exactly. Exactly. This will we gonna talk about the real. When life is, I'm struggling now. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cause see, in the season and out of season, it's 2 different emotions. It's 2 different feelings. It's 2 different outlooks on life. I don't care what nobody say. You said he asked the Father, please pass this cup for me. Exactly. Exactly. He didn't want to do it either. Right. 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 You think it was easy when Abraham had to take Isaac up there? That's his baby. And you're asking me to do what? Huh? This is the baby I prayed for. This is the baby I waited my whole life for. And now you want me to kill him? Do I want to? No. Am I going to do it? Yes. What y'all think Abraham was going through when he was going up that mountain, knowing he about to have to stab his son in the heart? Because God said so. We're not going to fake in front like, oh, yes, Jesus just, yes, I'm just ready to go. No. Stop it. Jesus didn't even want to go to the cross, but he did. He knew it was necessary. Come on. That's just like you taking 10 years to build your business and then God saying, give it to them and go back and start another one. And your business is successful and it's doing well. And He just tells you to give it away. We're not going to do it. Mm-mm. You done with the fake things yet? I don't want to hear what sounds right. Mm-hmm. I want to know what you will really do. This ain't church, this school. We're going to talk about it. Here we go. All right. It says, for the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Do you think we're in that time right now? Good morning. Do you think we're in that time right now where people, they don't want to hear what is real. They want to hear what sound good to them. I was sick last week. I mean, taking my vitamins, doing my homework, cough syrup. And I said, God, why am I sick? Had to go back and check myself. Hmm. You said I probably have pulled a Jonah and tried to run. Come on, Nixie Poo. Come on. I will lose my mind. See, that's what I'm saying, right? Because church has taught us to act like, oh, we just happy about it. You're not. You're not. Trials and tribulations are not nice words. Hardships are not nice words. That means that it's about to be. We just read about Job yesterday or the other day. You think Job was just smiling and cheesing? He got maggots falling out of his body. He stank. He broke. He done lost his kids. Come on, y'all. Hmm. I'm not saying that God can't bring you through it. I'm not saying that He won't adjust your attitude. But if we all gonna be honest, when you are going through, sometimes that is the hardest time to try to witness, to try to teach, to try to whatever it is that God has charged you to do. That's normally the most difficult time to do it. And we are in a time right now where people don't want to hear they want you to tell them what they want to hear. They want you to agree with them. No, we're not. The world is about to go through a time that has never been seen before. Huh? That's what we about to go through. It says there's nothing new under the sun, but this time that the world is about to go through, God said it ain't never been nothing like it. Stand back and watch and see. Hmm. So if we can't endure and be of good courage in these moments, how we gonna do it going forward? When it's a season of darkness for night tribulation, distress and suffering resulting from oppression or persecution, synonymous to distress. Yeah, that ain't nothing nice. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Now y'all getting me, because at first I was like, who is these people? Was He wouldn't have had to say in season and out of season. No matter when the waves is coming and the trials is hitting you, you still gonna have to teach. If it was gonna be easy, He wouldn't even put it in there. Hello, let's talk about it now. All right. It says, preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season to correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and careful instruction. Ooh, can I get the definition for patience, please? Please. Good morning, Reba. What's the definition for patience? Hello. I'm listening. Y'all don't want to. Patience is the ability to remain calm, self-possessed, and uncomplaining when facing delays, provocation, misfortune, or tedious task. Huh. I'm gonna read that again. Patience is the ability to remain calm, self-possessed, and uncomplaining when facing delays, provocation, misfortune, and tedious tasks. Oh, patience is the ability to calmly endure delays, provocation, or difficulties without becoming angry. Mm. To accept obstacles or delay in a calm process. Without getting frustrated or upset. Just randomly looking for you on TikTok to find you live here. I don't go live on TikTok no more. We ain't been on TikTok in almost a long time. My stuff been deleted from over there forever. The ability to remain calm, self-possessed, and uncomplaining. Okay. So, the provocation and calm just punched me in my throat. Remember I told y'all in the beginning of this class, just sitting here and doing nothing and not moving around is very hard. Staying calm, not getting upset. Who remembers if you was just here right when I started this class? I said, people see me just sitting here. They don't know. This is hard for me. This is real hard. Hello? Especially when I feel like I did what I was supposed to do and it's still not together. Hello? And I'm still here 26 days later. I ain't slept in my bed. I ain't been able to do. Hello? This is harder than me getting up and doing what I want to do. Because don't think the devil ain't. Look here. The calmness and not getting upset. Hello? Hello? The capacity to remain calm, self-possessed, and steadfast. Okay. Hello? Hello? You said there are three types of patience: performing acts of worship. The patient is abstaining from sin and prohibitions, and patience during hardship and calamity. Do you understand? So, folks saying like, oh, she just said, you don't. This is harder, I guarantee you. It is. It is. I'm telling you. A 2-day trip turned into 26. Good morning. I missed y'all yesterday. I got to drive, but I wanted to say I love y'all. We love you too. And thank you for saying if you would have been in class, you would have came and got your cousins because they was in here clowning yesterday. I seen it. Hello. So is patience hitting you differently? For those of you that ask for patience, did you know that you was asking to remain calm and self-possessed and uncomplaining when delays, provocation, and misfortune or tedious tasks was coming your way? Did you know that that's what you was asking for? You said, oh, I want to be calm when a person is trying me. I want to be calm and I got to keep myself here when a person is playing in my face. Hello? Did you know that that's what you was asking for? Work in progress. Come on. When I'm going through, I have to remember not to complain. I do it a lot. Hello. You knew? Okay. But did you still complain, Quita? You said absolutely not, but in a different, but it definitely built emotional intelligence. I get it. But when you said, God, give me patience, did you realize you was asking to basically be abused and not be able to do nothing about it? You was basically asking to be thrown in a situation that you had no control over and you wasn't going to be able to complain about it. Did you know? Did you know that that's what you was asking for? You said, I'm definitely trying not to allow my anxiety to take over. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because, see, sometimes you can see a person sitting and doing nothing and you don't know they doing all they know to do. Hello. You said, no, did not know that. Ain't that some ish? Uh-huh. And then, so you ask God for patience. And then when he bring you the stuff that's going to bring patience to you, then you start complaining, oh, you didn't want it. Because patience is not complaining, not acting out. And hello. You said definitely didn't read the terms and conditions. Exactly. You said when I asked God for patience, I thought I was just asking um, for when people getting mad at me, not reacting. Laugh out loud. It's funny now. You said, silly, got to be more careful. Okay. And I complain. Forgive me, Dad. Oh, see. You see what I'm saying? I need to change the way I ask questions to the Father. Okay, Auntie. I've been trying to see. Yeah. Do you see? Mm-hmm. He said, stop asking for patience a long time ago. Now asking for steadfast heart and provision and guidance. Come on, Sarah. Remember I told you, oh, yeah, I don't ask for patience. Mm-mm-mm. That's not what I ask for anymore. I don't ask for that. Learn my lesson. Tell me what to do. That's what I need. Exactly what Sarah said. Help me go through it and then just tell me what to do. Mm-mm. 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 Because when you ask for patience, now you know, Janae. No, till I realized my prayer for patience had me waiting every time I turned around. Come on. I'm usually a very patient person. Oh, okay. I'm learning. Well, that's good. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I told y'all in the beginning of this. Oh, yeah, I don't ask for patience. Remember when y'all used to come in here and y'all be like, oh, I want. I said, don't do that. Who remembers me telling y'all, if I was you, I probably wouldn't. Oh, so you want to. Oh, oh, yeah, y'all crazy. You said, why does God always start with patience first? This is the thing. If you got self control, patience won't be so hard. If you have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, patience won't be so hard. But if you don't have those things, oh yeah, patience gonna be real ugly. Y'all been hearing me say I don't understand, but y'all ain't been seeing me act out. First couple of days, I was a little testy. But since I just every morning I've been getting up saying, I don't know, I trust you. I don't know, I trust you. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Cause complaining, acting crazy, doing any of that, it ain't about to do nothing. And then I'm gonna probably have to start all over. No, thank you. That's why when we first started WIU and everybody kept saying, I need patience, I said, oh, you asking for trouble. I thought you was tired of it. You asking to be abused, taken advantage of. You said it's crazy you can be patient and have anxiety too, of course. But if you have anxiety a lot of times, that means that you don't trust God. You remember this, George Wood? I said, oh yeah, I want trouble. Yeah, I don't want that. I said, give me direction. Just like Sarah said, I said, God, just tell me what you want me to do and help me go through it. Yes, God's patience is not the same patience as ours, right? Thank God it ain't. We all be dead. I feel like some of y'all just had an epiphany. Raise your hand if you did. Is you realizing that a lot of the stuff that you went through, you asked for it? Raise your hand. Just put 5 fingers up like that. I heard you say that many times. You said, I did. So you've been asking God why. And he said, you asked for this. Oh, you asked for the trouble. You asked for people talking crazy. And now you got to keep your, oh, okay. Don't get mad when you get what you asked for. I ain't got my shield, but I can use this. Yep, I'm gonna use this. It'll work. You said I've been seeing it a lot lately with my 12-year-old son. I ain't got my shield, so my granny baby bucket gonna have to work. Hello. So, have you been getting mad at God for something you asked for? Can I start? Can I start? Start to pray over, please. The prayer over, please. You've been complaining about something you asked for. You've been having an attitude about something you asked for. Really? You said ask for it. Now I gotta keep my composure. Come on, Renee. Ain't that crazy? I told y'all. I said, well, yeah, I don't ask for patience. I did when I was younger, and then, yeah, I had a very tumultuous life. I try not to do that anymore. Don't roll your eyes, Sade. Do not get an attitude with Dad because he gave you what you asked for. Hello. Hello. He said, can I start my prayer over, please? And now I'm ready. The crazy thing is, I haven't asked him why. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Mm-hmm. Need to rephrase all my journals. Uh oh. He said, count up the cost and what you're asking for. I tried to warn you niggas when y'all got over here. That was one of the first. Sarah, I know you're driving. Joy, I don't know what you're doing. When we first got in here, we probably wasn't even in here a good month. When I was still on TikTok, and I told y'all to be careful. Don't do it. I said that was them asking for that, not me. Mm-mm. I tried to tell y'all, and we 4 years in, and you niggas are still crazy. No. You said I'm going to the corner before I'm letting the tomatoes be fly. Yes. I tried to warn you niggas. I tried to help you niggas. I tried. You said do not ask for patience. Well, I'm saying I I said be careful asking for patience is what I said. Because you are asking for trouble. You are asking to be made to wait a long time. You are asking, I didn't say don't. I said, I don't ask for patience anymore. I said, but be careful asking for that because you are asking for tumultuous times. Okay? And people be like, oh, okay, well, do what you want to then. Big, bad, and bold. I try to help you, nigga. I want you to be okay because I know what that brings. Oh, no. I was like a little kid. You had to knock me on my head a couple of times for me to understand now. Look, I got myself into this. I gotta take care of it. You said it was around. I was around for it, but I was already. It was already too late. I was coming out of about 3 years of it. Oh, I get it, right? Because God, the Bible says, God will give patience to you liberally, right? He gonna give you trials and tribulations, as much of them as you need. Hello, to work all that mess out of you. See the translation. Hmm. If you need patience, ask God for it. He said, oh, you want a lot of tests and trials so that I can work out so that you could be proved, so that you could be refined. Oh yeah, I got a lot of that for you. I can create the storm right now. Mm-hmm. He said, I'll give you as much patience as you need. I can give you as much trouble and things that are going to work all of that out of you. Sure can. How much you need? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just tell me what to do. Crazy, right? And through that, now, listen, you still got to correct, preach, rebuke, and encourage. Get this. And be careful in instructions. So that means you can't pop off. You can't tell them with an attitude. I didn't ask for patience after the first time you told us to be careful. After that, I was scared of what would come. Come on. And I'm not saying, you know, against the word. I'm just saying be careful what you ask for. I feel like when I asked for patience, I don't know. I didn't know God was going to put me through the ringer every time I asked. This is eye opening, right? Literally. Literally. Go back and look up what the ability to remain calm, self possessed, and uncomplaining when facing delays, provocation, misfortune, or tedious tasks, something you tired of doing. That's what patience is. Hello. He said, and it's been coming this morning. I said, come on now, Dad. It's enough now. Then you come and you teach. Girl, we both did. So you just going to be all over. I said, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home now. Dad said, you're not listening. I'm giving you Miss CERCA today. She will handle it. Because that was the same conversation we had before I came in here. He said, all right, now it's 26 days. I'm ready to go home to my house. You snap your fingers and this is done. What's going on? I'm seeing more of that at this new job. Only been there 90 days and my patience being tested already. Listen, I most definitely didn't know me asking for patience. He was most definitely testing me and I didn't know, even though it was him. I know now. I'm trying to tell you. Be careful what you ask for. He said, count up the cost now. Don't be just so quick to speak. Slow to speak. Means something different today, don't it? Good morning, lady. Do slow to speak mean something different? Good morning, lady. Hmm. Hit different today. We didn't already Second Timothy, but it'll be a little different when you look at it. So going through all of that, you still have to correct, preach, rebuke, and encourage, and with great patience and careful instruction. So me giving y'all the careful instruction was, whoa, ask God to help you go through it and tell you what to do. Be careful asking for that. Because now you're asking for him to put pressure on you from every side. Hello. Come on. We in Second Timothy 4, y'all, NIV. Ooh. All right. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. How often did we talk about that when I first got over here? And I said, y'all used to pastors telling y'all what y'all want to hear, not what you need to hear. That's why a lot of people didn't like me, and they thought that they could. Uh, I said, I'm not for sale. You can't pay me to say what y'all want me to say. I'm gonna say what God tell me to say, whether y'all like it or not. If you don't want to be over here, don't be over here. But you're not gonna pay me to say what you want. I'm gonna say what God tell me to say, and I'm gonna teach the way that He taught me to teach. I don't want to teach like the church, because He said, now that's something I held on to. Okay. The way y'all was throwing tomatoes over here, I didn't get no whole bunch of amens when y'all came in here. Most of y'all wasn't even saying what y'all wanted to hear. I know, because everybody left had an attitude and then came back after God pinched you under your arm. This was not an easy walk. Was this an easy walk for y'all? transitioning to this type of learning, was it easy? Good morning, Steph. How many of y'all left and came back? Or used to sit in the back of the class because y'all was mad? Tell the truth. You said, no, ma'am, not at all. Oh, okay. Did I tell y'all what y'all ears wanted to hear? No. And still ain't. Oh, okay. You said guilty. I stayed. I was just in the hallway listening through the door sometimes. Mm-hmm. You said you talking about me? Right. So will you agree that you were used to Pastor saying what you wanted to hear? I was definitely quiet in the back with an altitude. I know you was. You said you all in my Bible study from yesterday. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. Come on, Nisi Poo. But we mature now and pay attention. Come on. Come on. Sliding down chairs. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm gonna come to class though. I'm not even gonna let her know I'm in here. God know you here. You said I left. He said get back over there. Come here. You said I realized I wasn't who I thought I was. Listen, I didn't like it when he started busting me in my head either, because I was used to pastors telling me what I wanted to hear. Was for 30 years. You said I didn't know how to accept it, so I ran. A lot of people did, and so did I when he first bust me in my head. Hmm. Hello, birds of a feather. That's why a lot of people ain't here now. Hmm. You said you ran to it first. This okay, but did I tell y'all was though? I sat in the back because I wanted to learn. Yeah, I had so much unlearning and relearning to do. He just said, "Listen, I was in the back." Like, dang, that is so mean. I was sitting in the back next to the door just in case I had to walk out. I know. I know. I told y'all this though. Y'all can't say I didn't tell y'all. I said, listen, this is cool. Y'all gonna like me at first. I said, but it is gonna come a time in this situation where you're not gonna want to hear what I have to say, and a lot of people gonna leave, and then you're gonna come back. Some of them ain't though, cause they don't want to hear it. God knows. Hey Kiva, went to bring me back because I'm definitely over life right now. It seems like nothing is working out for me right now. I needed this talk real bad. Hey Kiva. Hmm. Did I tell y'all this though? When we first came, I said, look around. I said, all these people is not gonna be here. You said the life story changed significantly when God turned the mirror on me and I had to see me like God sees me. Girl, be crying and sliding down the wall. I definitely stayed away from you. I was in class and didn't speak to no one. Girl, I know when y'all not here. And he be telling me y'all in here watching. That's why we'll have 76 people in here, but only 22 is commenting. I ain't crazy. I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. Y'all got to remember, I had to do this face to face with people. So people would come over and act like they didn't want to hear the word in my house and then sit there and be shrugging and turning their nose up and all of this. Well, what you come over here for? Hello. So you come over to my house to get an attitude and you already know what I'm going to say. You already know I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. So quit coming over here then. That's what I used to tell folks. I had to do this face to face first. Before I ever got to do it like this, I had to do it face to face. I'm trying to tell you. Then here they come 2, 3 months later, a year later. Hey girl, hey. No, not hey. What's up? I remember. You remember? No, I don't, because I done talked to 17,000 people since then. I actually don't remember what I told you, but God do. And evidently, you do too. I told y'all. This class made my discernment better. Listen. You got to think. When a person love your soul, they not going to tell you what you want to hear. When a person love your money, they gonna tell you what you want to hear. I had to block somebody because they kept calling me early in the morning trying to argue about what God said. Man, leave me alone, girl. Girl, crazy. If they can't manipulate you, I'm telling you, or get you off your square, they don't want to be around. Well, get your butt on in. I told y'all, I said, listen, every time I come back, you gave me another beating. It's time X-nay on the whooping A. Listen, I ain't gave you nothing. The Lord. I'm just the I'm just the receptor to put the stuff out. That's it. That's all I do. Only reason I know y'all is because I did it. He did it with me. I'm just glad. I'm just glad he let me be receptive to all the correction I needed so that I can change my ways. But it has not been easy by any means. Come on, that's what I be wanting to hear because folks be making it like, oh yes, this was just lies. I definitely spoke more in class in the beginning when I thought I knew everything. I listen more than I speak now because I know I'm gonna learn something new. I just told someone that from my class the other day. I don't know you well, but I care about your soul, and I have to tell you the truth. Come on, even though I've been stubborn, he's been giving me so many opportunities to tell people about him with the raw truth. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Look at my baby's growing. I'm so proud of y'all. I told you. I said, listen, this is the training we need. You understand? Because you are going to have to stand up to some of the craziest people on the planet. You can't be jellyback, which means you have to go through a transformation of breaking down all of the things that are keeping you from doing what God wants you to do and then being trained, training your spiritual muscles, okay? So that you can be strong enough when you come into these spiritual battles. But most people don't want that because they like the cotton candy Jesus. They like the sugary Jesus. Okay? But Jesus wasn't sugary. Now he is sweet, but not that kind. You hear me? It is what it is. My best friend from the 6th grade been in here too. She don't never say nothing. Pooh, say hi if you in here. Hi, Pooh. Come on to the front, Pooh. Come on. Hi, Pooh. Hey, Pumpkin. Hi, TT baby. Come on, girl. You might as well go on and get in here, girl. Everybody was stubborn at first. Don't worry about it. You good. Just come on and say hi to the class, Pooh. She like, oh, I'm a pinch. She gonna pinch your fat meat when she see you. She gonna pinch your fat meat. Really busy. It's a whole bunch of people that's in here not saying nothing, and they be thinking they rebelling against me. You can't rebel against me. I'm not anything to rebel against. Y'all used to have y'all arms crossed and folded. I ain't saying nothing in class. I'ma listen, but she can't make me talk. Crazy, just as crazy as y'all wanna be. Just crazy, stubborn. Don't worry about it. They all did it too. All of them. Every person in here that got mad and said, I'm not going back to WOIU. I'm fine. And if they did, they set the back forever. I'm just not gonna talk. I'm just not gonna. It don't got nothing to do with me. You mad at the Lord. You not mad at me. You mad at whatever word came through here and knocked your block off. That don't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. Hello, let's keep breathing. Come on. Woo. I'm teasing, sis. You said, I just delivered the message. I love you for the I know you just girl, yes. Nah, but listen, this the thing. All of the transitions y'all went through, I had to go through them too. So I already know how it is. Y'all think I didn't I told y'all my godmother told me I was spoiled. I went through it. Left and came back and went and sat on the side. Listen, everything. That's why I be tickled when y'all be saying stuff. Because I already know. I already know what y'all did because I did it too. Hello. Having y'all little fits and stuff. Okay. As my mom used to say, scratch your butt, you mad? Good. Scratch your butt and get glad, because don't nobody. You hear me? Hey, T. That's what she used to say. Oh, you got an attitude? Oh, okay. You'll get over it. That ain't stopping the process you got to go through. Hello. Ain't. You still gonna have to go through it. Be mad or happy or sad or irritated. You still got to go through it, though. Might as well get yourself together. She did. She said, you mad? Good. Scratch your butt and get glad. Don't nobody care about your attitude. Come on. Here we go. It says, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. Now, we study myths, right? We study myths over here, but we understand that a lot of the myths are actually truth, right? Because they will tell us that giants aren't real. The Bible said they are, right? They want to study aliens, but they say giants ain't real. Well, hello. Hello. They'll tell us that what's not real is real and what's fake is real. Or, you know what I mean. What's real is fake and what's fake is real. What's good is bad and what's bad is good. Hello. Right? Like you got all these pastors that live these fabulous lives, right? Right? They live super fabulous, okay? But the things that God told them to do with the poor, with the homeless, with the disadvantaged, we even got pastors telling you don't do that. Okay? Okay? We know this, right? They money, cars, fame, fortune. Those are all things that are under the God of mammon. Now, that's not saying that God won't bless you, but those are not the spiritual gifts that God is wanting you to ask for and beg for and go after. Those things come when you do what God is asking you to do, which is work on this. You said they're about to see how the other side lives. Come on, Auntie. In real life, good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm Pooh. Just listening. Hey, Pooh. They go Pooh, y'all. Hey, Pooh. Everybody say, hey, Pooh. Hey. You don't got to be scared to come in class, girl. Come on in here and say something. If you don't want to, you can just listen. Hey, Pooh. Not that she put you on blast. You could pinch her nerve at me when you see her just right here. Because I do. You said, remember the preacher said, don't give to the poor, give to me. That poor will still be poor, right? Pooh got a little convicted. Hey, Pooh, we love you. Come on in. Listen, she said, hey, I'm Pooh. Hey, y'all. Come on. I'm happy you in class, Pumpkin. Not that she put you on blast. Breezy busy. You gonna get pinched, girl. But do y'all agree that most of the pastors right now are saying what people want to hear, like telling them that they're gonna escape the tribulation? You said, "Well, I just got a notification that you posted on TikTok." I ain't posted nothing on TikTok. They just be lying, girl. Crazy. I ain't posted a video on TikTok in forever. I mean, I repost, but I haven't posted anything. I can't post because I took off the ability to put pictures and whatnot up there. Hmm. Do you all think that that's an itching ear thing, that you're going to escape the tribulation? Hmm. Y'all think that's something? Good morning, Jay. Do you? I think they're slowing this down or something. I don't know exactly what they're doing. There is no escaping, right? But is that something that they're telling people, though, Auntie? They telling people, oh, get ready, Jesus come back. We about to go. That's itching ear language there, is it not? They're not saying hunker down or bunker down so that you can get ready to go through these trials and tribulations that it says that every person alive on the planet is getting ready to go through. You said, I think it's that and the fact that churches are businesses. Yeah. hmm Think about that though. Is that not itching ear content? They telling them to get ready to live fabulously and all of these blessings, all of these rapture dates, right? And that God is getting ready to pour down this and pour down that when God said everything around you is about to be destroyed. Hmm. You can't talk to people about the tribulation because they don't want to hear about it. You can't talk to people about starvation. They don't want to hear about it. You can't talk to people about clean. I know 4 years ago when I was telling everybody, nobody was trying to hear it. And I was fear mongering. But now it's on all the news stations that the data centers are taking up all the water and that the food is not being produced the way that it should and that sickness is going crazy. You understand? You said I remember at least 5 before this time. Listen, have a good day, Queen. You heard me? You said they are not telling us anything. They're still preaching wealth. It saddens me that my friends are still seeking wealth. Come on, Auntie. Come on. Come on. I just seen somebody talking about gold and something the other. I said, and the world's economy has crashed. Hmm. The world's economy. What you gonna do with wealth and it ain't nothing about, Auntie? Hmm. What you gonna do with $1 million and it ain't about to be no meat? What you gonna do with $10 million and it ain't about to be no meat? It ain't gonna be no water, no clean water. Hello. Fake teachers telling folks wealth is still coming. Come on. Now, can God still bless you financially? Yes. But if you're not looking to try to buy some land so that you can try to become self sufficient, wealth is going to be useless. Now, have I asked God for finances to get us a colony? I have. Because I need to get folks away from the devil's people. That's a different thing, right? I'm not asking for wealth so I can go live on what you call it, vacations and things like that. I'm trying to make sure that folks is gonna have clean water, rice, cereal, meat, what they need. Do you understand? That's a difference. It's almost like oh boy, when he was in Egypt, he had to go around asking for things so that he could take care of the people that were going to be in the land at that time. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I ask God for financial blessings, but it's not so that I can live a lavish life. It's so that we can purchase property. So if you on the West Coast, the East Coast, wherever, you have a place to go when this world is about to get turned upside down and the zombies is about to be running around. Does that make sense? You hear what I'm saying? Y'all getting me? Wealth to live well and wealth to make sure, not wealth even, just the finances for people to be okay. Does that make sense? Because we gonna have to leave. Because y'all see they making up these plantations and whatever else is going on. You understand? So when I say, Lord, if you bless me, this is what I'm going to use it for. That's a difference from I want to be on yachts and buy gold and silver and jewels and all of these other things. That's not it. You telling folks to prepare exactly. You said I saw a documentary coming out on this gene they're getting ready to use to help people live forever. Instantly thought of Revelation, people begging for death, but it runs from them. Come on. hmm It's about to get ugly. It's about to get real ugly. Y'all see they just stripped the thing for black people voting, basically, the voting rights yesterday. I've decided to head to the homestead when it's time to leave. I told my brother, let's start getting the house ready for occupancy. I'm trying to tell you, Auntie, so you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Exactly. 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 This is the thing. People don't believe it's coming. They don't believe because the pastors are not telling them. They think they about to just be in a house, be in a life. Also, HLS is making Google and Meta disclose people's identity who criticize ICE. Oh, listen, oh, I'm happy you brought that up. Who remembers me telling y'all stuff was coming up missing out my phone? I think it's to detain people that say it's for safety of the agents. Who remembers me telling y'all stuff was coming up out my phone and my iPad? Remember this? And I told you, I said, I think something is because my phone has been acting real weird. Well, I seen a scientist say it last night. I did. You said, did I see that they're taking people's homes from them? Did we talking about eminent domain? Who remembers us talking about eminent domain? I'm keeping an eye on auto auctions so I can buy a van or a bus. Come on. Y'all remember us talking about eminent domain? And people was like, what does that have to do with anything? Now they taking people's houses? Oh, okay. So why did a scientist yesterday say, remember when I told you I was like, something's going on with my phone? It was blinking out and all of that. They was getting my information, y'all. The scientists just said it yesterday. And how they was listen, I saw an ancient aliens that said they can make items quantum jump to different realms. I know they can delete stuff out of a phone. This part. Exactly what I told y'all was going on with my phone a couple years ago and then up recently is what this scientist said. And she's talking about the quantum theory, which is really crazy that you said that. That's what she studies. Wild. She said, yep.
So February 25th and 26th of 2025, I was cyber attacked repeatedly. And what that looks like is I had individuals tunneling into my phone. So this was an iPhone, and they say you're not supposed to be able to do this, but they did. So they tunneled into the phone, started putting ads up, hacks, and then pulled up all of these chats and messages that I was having with this developer who had previously developed in quantum. And these specific equations, one of them I found when I was on Twitter by the name of this guy named Roy D. Herbert. Okay. And Roy, he calls this the unified boundary metrics. I don't think unified is the best way to describe this, but we don't have to get into the specifics. And essentially, this equation, my understanding is that it leaked out of a government black box project. Now, I started to advance this equation, and that's how we got to here, right? So I started to advance this equation, went through a couple of pages. This is in the Book of the Bees. I'm going to give all of you guys this so you can figure it out. And
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what she said? This is in the what? Who heard that? How many of y'all got that book? Not the scientists talking about the Book of the Bee. Oh, this is in the Book of the Bee. You got that book on your shelf? Do you? I said, oh. I'm definitely showing that to class tomorrow. You said, now I know they listening, only heard about that book on here. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all, them niggas hid our book list. They hid all of our survival list because every single thing that we were talking about tapped into all that they want to do. And this little raggedy girl here that ain't never been to college for none of that stuff. And God had us all in their business. I told y'all that. I said, "Ooh, she's a quantum scientist. She got a whole website and everything." Hello. Physicist, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. This little black girl, they been in my phone taking stuff out of here. I told y'all with my phone taking pictures and all. I'm like, what is going on? Emails. When I told y'all some of y'all emails, I don't get them. I was not joking. Did you get it? No. And it won't even let me get to no emails. All my stuff, my other iPad, the way that it's happening. I ain't been able to turn the iPad on in what, like 2 months? Hello. I told y'all. I said, oh, now she's talking about everything I was trying to tell people what's happening to me. Guess that's then when I get a call during class too. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 And y'all remember for a while we had a scientist in here, a whatever physicist in here. It's a black guy that used to come in our class. Y'all remember? Hello. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get through here because I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I just wanted y'all to hear that though. Here we go, and I reposted that too, just in case y'all want to go look at it. But here we go. Explains the folks following me. I call. Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember. And then the scientist that got knocked off in 2022, she was studying energy. Supposedly, they had weapons that was able to scan her hands as she was typing to know what was being typed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Remember, I told y'all I will go in my pictures right now, and there's just gray spaces. I'm talking about pictures that I take of myself, of my grandkids, of information. I go. This is every day. I go in there. I just took the picture 10 hours ago, and it's just a gray box with that little white file thing, and that's it. There's nothing there. So sometimes when I'm coming to show y'all stuff, they delete it before I can even get back to class. Explains all the unalive scientists. And that also explains why I've had so much trouble with my car and I don't want, like, when, hello, I told y'all, the peoples, that person upstairs from me always walking by my car. Hello. And now they don't work. Yeah. And every room I go to, you go to. I seen a girl who kept a screenshot journal and she screenshot all the important pictures and glued them inside her journal. That's the way I scrapbook anyway, right? I should have been printing, but I didn't think it was such a big deal. But now I know, you know. But I started telling y'all on 22, like, I just screenshot this video. I just downloaded it. Why is it not in here? Because they've been on my stuff. And still is. And I don't have VPN and all of that kind of stuff. So, excuse me, it is what it is. What am I going to do about it? But I told y'all they over here. Because it's a lot of stuff that we study, genetics and stuff, they don't want you studying that. Sorry, Auntie, just got out of the shower and I'm talking to you like you can actually hear me. I wish I had this book. You might be able to download the ebook. Save on paper, not your cell online. I hope nothing missing while you've been gone for so long. I remember you said that. I'm trying not to think about a nephew. Come here so I can paint your arm. You know that's been on my mind every day. What they've been, and I'm gonna tell you why that's crazy. Because I just looked at my thing and it said that my electrical use went up yesterday. It's been low until the 24th. So 4 days ago, excuse me. And then on the 24th, it spiked. I ain't been there. So who using my power? You all right. I just looked at my electric. I would show you it, but y'all know I can't. But yeah, it was low since the 4th, and it spiked on the 24th. So who been in there using my power? Because I ain't. These are things I pay attention to. Yep. Who been in there? I ain't plugged nothing. I ain't washed nothing. I'm talking about it went from high usage, dipped all the way down, and on the 24th it spiked up, and it's been. Who did it? Cause I didn't. I ain't been there. Just looked at it yesterday. Believe me. Yeah. Just looked at it yesterday. hmm Again, there's a lot of things that I don't say. Yep, but I don't want to. I don't want to use the cameras because then that's when they was good. That's why I had to turn my camera off. I can't even use the cameras because they using the cameras to watch me. That's why I can't. And I got tired of that. Mm-mm. That's why my camera ain't been on in forever. Also, when I turned that camera off, all the buzzing in my house stopped. That's how they truly get the layout and see if you home just by watching you, right? I told y'all when I got rid of my camera, my neighbor got one. The day, like the week that I stopped using my camera, my neighbor got one. So you can use her camera to see me. hmm People of interest, right? But I was a person of interest before I met y'all. I've been a person of interest since the early 90s, 2000s. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. They been knowed who I was way before TikTok. And I'm not being funny because of the things that I've studied. And here I thought I was going crazy about the buzzing. No. Okay. If nothing else, okay, let me ask you a question. We just going to go off this. Will you agree that this world right now runs off of misinformation? Hmm? They don't want you to be informed. Do you agree? Okay. So you have a person that inspires millions of people to start buying books again. How do you think that made the government feel when they've been wanting people to walk around like this? Not only were you buying books, y'all started buying survival stuff and y'all started looking deeper into everything. People stopped taking medication. They started studying about medication. Do you hear? We didn't just hit them in one space. My mother used to swear up and down that somebody was following us and watching us. I used to think she was on that stuff. I mean, she was, laugh out loud, but informed and I'm prepared and I'm not scared. Right, right. My kids think I was crazy too until I wasn't. And now what they say is, oh, my mom's been talking about that. But yeah, y'all thought I was on that stuff too when I was telling y'all what was going on. And now everybody's talking, Mom, did you see? I said, really? I've been talking to y'all about this. My mom's a conspiracy theorist, or do I just know the truth? Hello. Hmm. It's crazy. Don't talk to her about this because she's gonna. Okay. Well, the water, the food, the medicine, the sicknesses, government, how we going back to before the 1960s, all of this stuff, okay, is here. They wanted us to be like zombies, but Dad said, I'll give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Exactly. So the books tipped them off. You said, funny, I wasn't of interest until I came here. Exactly. Because we didn't, like, again, we're not just reading myths and fairy tales. We started studying agriculture, all of these different things. They do not like that. The thought came to my mind yesterday, and I kept repeating it to myself. I may do dumb stuff, but I'm not stupid. This part, that part, you know. So let's get this. Come on. because I know it's about to change back here. All right. So it says, they will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. But you keep your head in all situations, endure hardship, do the work of an evangelist, discharge all the duties of your ministry. Okay, I'm going to read that again. So it's going to be some folks that's going to turn aside from the truth, and they're not going to tell people the truth. But you, Circa, keep your head in all situations, endure hardship, and do the work of an evangelist. Discharge all the duties of your ministry. Okay, what does an evangelist do? Tell me what the definition of evangelist is. What do they do? They do, but it's a specific. They do spread the word, but what's the definition of that? Oh, an evangelist is a person who preaches the Christian gospel or a zealous advocate for a specific cause, but there's something that they do. Keep looking. It's a specific word I'm looking for. They proclaim the good news to convert people. Preach, or advocate, hmm You said an evangelist is a person who carelessly preaches or speaks the Christian gospel, often translated to hold meetings or pursuing others to join the faith. Right. But do they have to travel or do they get to stay where they at? I guess it's not giving y'all the same. Maybe evangelizing is the word I'm looking for. They got to travel. An evangelist is someone who proclaims good news. In other words, a preacher of the gospel or a missionary. Right. But they got to move around. They can't just stay in one place and do it. Travel and teach people. To spread the word. Travel. You got to move around. You don't get to be, right? You don't get to stay in one place and not go here and go there and go here and go there. So there's probably nothing really consistent in a person's life that has to evangelize because they're like a soldier. They have to go where they're told and then leave that place and go somewhere else and then leave that place and go somewhere else. It could be a job. It could be a neighborhood. It could be a country. It could be a town. It could be a city. So some of us that have been viewed as locally and internationally, come on, not stable, could just be because you're an evangelist. And so God couldn't keep you in Oklahoma. He needed to move you to Cali. Then he needed to move you to South Carolina. Then he needed to move you, or jobs. God, why you keep moving me jobs? Because I need you to go to these different jobs and tell people about me. I need you to go to these different neighborhoods, these different schools, these different gas stations, these different hospitals, boardrooms. hmm Hello. These different offices. That's why the promotion didn't come, because you still had work to do other places. Hey, Bev. Hello. You ready? That just made somebody mad. I don't care. It had nothing to do with me. I'm about to go. Somebody just got a straight attitude. You gonna be okay. hmm I felt it. Evangelist is a proclaimer of the good news. Jesus Christ specifically tasked with spreading the message of salvation, preaching to the unconverted, and equipping believers for ministry. Come on. It says, Ephesians 4 says, evangelists are a gift from God to build up the body of Christ. Come on. So don't be mad when he moves you. Don't be mad when you don't get to stay where you want to stay. Hello. I'm about to go because I feel eyes rolling. Don't roll your eyes at me no more. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't roll your eyes. I'm about to go. I love y'all. Don't. Don't roll your eyes. I feel it. That's why. That's why you ain't been stable and you gotta move and move and move and move and go and go and go. That's why. I love y'all. I'm gonna let y'all have it and I'm about to charge my phone. Mm. You said, haha, I love you. I'll talk to you later. God bless you. I love y'all too. I do. I'll talk to y'all later. hmm hmm Heard that as I'm currently packing and moving. Uh-oh. See? 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 Evangeline. Nah, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.